going to Yokosuka to go to Jed's installation. Okay, see you later. Where to, babe?
Nowhere.
I can wear my Louis Vuitton, but even if nothing on, I need to look. It's Jed's event. We're gonna support our friend. Installation of officer for Freemason. Is that correct?
Rising Sun Lodge 151.
Rising Sun Lodge 151. We're here. We're gonna park. We're here. Ayan na, nagbibihis na si pambansang daday.
Are you ready now?
Yeah. Pambansang daday. Napaka-pogi po. Pambansang daday natin. Oh my God. 5 minutes.
After that. You go after that.
5 minutes.
Oh, don't walk, Danny.
Yeah, 5 minutes pa yun. Pambansang daday. Let's go, daday.
Oh, must needed.
Must needed. But I have it inside my pocket. Ang pambansang daday. Gilbert Libungan po. Para sa susunod na halalan. Okay. We're gonna
wait later on. Oh.
baka maabutan kami ng colors. So yan. Walking kami dyan. Traffic na. Ang haba ng ano ni Jed eh. Ng coat eh. Pang mayaman. Pang Korean. Okay, see you later. Wow. It's nice. Maybe. Baka second floor. Saan kayo po? Saan? Dito?
Hindi po doon siya.
Dito kami uupo para mas kita namin. Anong meron?
Hello. Maganda naman ng ano eh. Maganda naman ng Evans eh. Let's go! Last size.
Ay, yung boses ni mama mo eh. Ay, no. Say hi, Jomre. Hi. Naririnig ko na si sis. Sis, ang ganda naman.
Dito nyo po, tapos gagawin nyo po.
Parang alam ko yan, parang ginagawa ko yan. Bata ako, Jomre.
Tapos sabi din po ni mama, ginagawa niya din daw po.
Pero nakalimutan ko na.
Ginaganyan po yun na dito.
Very worshipful. Worshipful.
Ay, may ticket na pala.
Pa-order na po.
Binigyan ulit akong ticket eh. Kaya ano pala yun, kay Chaplain.
Kay Jomri.
Ano ba yun, may giveaway ba?
Alak yan.
Alak ba yan? Hindi, susunduin ko sa Johan mamaya eh. Dating na madaling ako. Ay, ikaw na uminom.
Ako na lang magdadrive, ikaw na uminom. Ayaw mo?
Wala po yan.
Jomri. Sabi ko sa'yo, Jomri, tanggalin mo na yan eh. Kasi naka-ano rin siya eh, oh. Naka-formal din si Jomri, oh.
Ay, sabit mo na yan doon, Chaplain. Doon sa ano. Para pogi.
Pogi. Hindi lang pogi.
Saan ka din? Diyan ka, Chaplain?
Hindi.
Ayaw pa na kayo dyan?
Apa.
Uminom ka na, boys? Uminom ka ba?
Gusto mo ba? Ako na magdadrive.
Baga ka magkabit.
Ako na magdadrive kung gusto mo uminom.
Ngayon. Kasama ko siya sa Blue Ridge. Kasama ko sila very...
Thank you. Pogi yan.
Pwede ba yung video? Pwede ba installation? Hi!
Hey, 10 minutes. We'll start in 10 mics. Brethren, good evening. Wait, give me start off. Brethren, family, sisters, friends of Masons, we are here today to witness the ascent of Brother Bantugan to the Oriental Chair, also known as Installation Officers. Before we do, we'd like to recognize all the brethren who distinguished himself in Masonry. Starting to myself, Very Worshipful E.J. Angeles, coming District Deputy Grand Master of the most Worshipful Grand Lodge of the Philippines. My Master of Ceremony will be Very Worshipful Grand Deacon Grand Lodge Inspector. And also with us today, Right Worshipful Joel Encarnacion, District Grand Master of the most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Japan, accompanied by Right Worshipful Earl Smith, my idol. One of them is my idol. The Senior Grand Warden of the most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Japan. Also with us, Very Worshipful Ingram, Past District Deputy Grand Master, Past District Grand Lecturer, Past Master of Rising Sun Lodge, Masonic Lodge 151. Good evening, Very Worshipful Sir. Also, on the audience, Very Worshipful Ramon San Agustin, past district grand lecturer, and the current junior grand lecturer of the most worshipful Grand Lodge of Japan. One of our honorary member, worshipful brother Don Zamora, also my idol, past master of PDGL Lodge number 20s.
Good evening, very worshipful. Konbanwa, minasan.
And our lone brother on the east, the immediate past master of Rising Sun Lodge, Masonic Lodge number 151, worshipful brother Frank Corral. And not the least, I know he got a lot of title, but you want to be called Brother Ron Batiste, past master of Revelation, Lodge 97, under the most worshipful Grand Lodge Grace Hall affiliated of District of Washington. Good evening, worshipful sir.
Good evening, sir.
Did I miss anybody? I guess that's it, right? All right, very worshipful Master of Ceremony. Are the officers of this lodge may be chosen, present, and ready to be installed?
Very worshipful. The officers, this lodge may be chosen, are present, and ready to be installed in their respective offices.
Very well. Reverend, the first lesson taught us in Freemasonry is that before entering upon any great or important undertaking, we should first invoke the blessing of God. By a very worshipful Master of Ceremony, you will therefore cause the officers to kneel on their right knees and lead us into prayer.
Worshipful Master, it's a great pleasure to present to you Brother Jed Bantugan, who's been elected as Master of this lodge for the ensuing Masonic Year.
It is known that Brother J. Bantugan is well skilled in an ancient craft. Is he zealous in his regard in the interest of our order? And is he duly qualified to discharge the special duties of the Master's chair?
It is well known that he is all this, Very worshipful. This certificate vouches for his proficiency in the ritual of our order and evidence that he is proficient of the ancient craft. He will discharge his duties with fidelity and with honor.
Worshipful sir, the brethren of this lodge reposing confidence in your integrity, in your zealous regard for the interests of Masonry, and your ability to discharge the duties of the Master's chair, have chosen you to occupy that honorable position during the ensuing year. Are you willing to accept the important trust? You will then face the brethren of your lodge. Worshipful brother, hearing no objection, I shall now cheerfully proceed to install you in a dignified and honorable position to which the suffrage of your brethren have called you. Now Dowling, the dignity of the Oriental chair will be well preserved in your keeping, and that the interest and welfare of this lodge may be safely confided to your charge. Before commencing your investiture, however, it is necessary that you should signify your assent to those ancient charges and regulations which point out the duties of the masters of the lodge, and which on no account are ever to be neglected or departed from. You will be conducted before the altar. The ancient charges are as follows. 1. You agree to be a good man and true, and strictly to obey the moral law. 2. You agree to be a peaceable citizen and cheerfully to conform to the laws of the country in which you reside. 3. You promise not to be concerned in plots and conspiracies against the government, but patiently to submit the decision of the Supreme Legislature. 4. You agree to pay a proper respect to the civil magistrate, to work diligently, live creditably, and act honorably by all men. 5. You agree to hold in veneration the original rulers and patrons of the order of Masonry, and their regular successor, supreme and subordinate, according to their station, and to submit to the award and resolution of your brethren, when convened. In every case, I do solemnly and sincerely vow
I do solemnly and sincerely vow
that I will maintain and support
that I will maintain and support
and enforce the Constitution,
and enforce the Constitution,
edicts,
edicts,
laws, and regulation
laws, and regulations
of the most worshipful Grand Lodge
of the most worshipful Grand Lodge
of free and accepted Masons
of free and accepted Masons
of the Philippines,
of the Philippines,
and by bylaws of my lodge,
and bylaws of my lodge,
and will faithfully perform
and will faithfully perform
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
all the duties
all the duties
of the office
of the office
to which
to which
I have been elected.
I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Amen.
Amen.
Arise, my brother. I will now install you as Worshipful Master of Rising Sun Masonic Lodge number 151. Very Worshipful Master of Ceremony. Reconducting in front of the east. I now invest you with the jewel of your station. The square. The square, my brother, is the emblem of morality, and it's a special badge of the Master's office. It should constantly remind you that not only by precept, but by example, you should promote good morals among the brethren, and thus endeavor to avert the shadow of any scandal or reproach against the fraternity. Your former life has given evidence that jewel will not be an unmeaning symbol in your hand, and I solemnly charge you to take good care that its lustrous be not dimmed through any act of yours. I now present you with the book of the Holy Writing. It is the great light of Masonry, and should be ever the great law of the brotherhood. It will guide you in all truth, it will direct you to eternal happiness, and in attentive regard to the divine precept. It contains will ensure your fulfillment of the duties you are now about to assume. The working tools of the craft will next be given you. As the master workman, you will instruct the craftsmen in the various duties and virtues which they have been selected to illustrate. The square. Teaches us well to regulate our every action and to let our conduct be governed by the principle of morality and virtue. A compass. Teaches us to limit our desire in every station and never to suffer our passion or our prejudice to become the master of our judgment. The rule. Directs the undeviating discharge of all the duties that we should press forward in the straight path of right and truth, without inclining the one hand or the other, and all the doing have eternity in view. The plumb line. Teaches us to avoid all dissimulation and to pursue the honest and upright course in life, which will tend to our elevation in the high realm of immortality. There are still important things which you shall receive in charge. The Book of Constitution. You are expected diligently to search, and from time to time it cause it content to be read into your lodge, that none may remain ignorant of the precept it enjoins, or of the ordinance which is promulgated. That book contains the bylaw of your lodge, which it will be your professional duty to see carefully and punctually executed. And that is the charter, under the authority of which your lodge is held, in which you are careful to preserve and duly transmit to your successor in the master's chair. Very worshipful master of ceremony, you will conduct the master to his station in the east. Very worshipful master of ceremony, you will now present the senior warden elect.
Worshipful Master, it's my pleasure to present to you Brother Pascual, who has been regularly elected, duly elected, to serve as senior warden of this lodge for the Masonic Year. This certificate vouches for his proficiency in the first and second degree, the ritual and works of this.
Brother Dinchel Pascual, you have been duly elected senior warden of this lodge, and I will now invest you with the distinct badge of your honorable station. The level demonstrates that we are descended from the same stock.
Worshipful Master, it is my pleasure to present to you Brother Dinchel Adolfo, who's been duly elected to serve as junior warden of this lodge, Masonic Year. This certificate vouches for his proficiency in the ritual and works of the first degree.
Brother Dinchel Adolfo, you have been elected junior warden of this lodge, and I now invest you with the badge of your high position, the plum. The plum admonishes us to walk upwardly in our several station, to hold the scale of justice in equal pose, to observe the just medium between interference and pleasure. My brother, you will repeat your vow of your office after me. I do solemnly and sincerely vow that I will maintain, support and enforce the Constitution, edicts, laws and regulations of the most worshipful Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the Philippines. And will faithfully perform to the best of my ability all the duties of my office and that of the worshipful master in his absence. So help me God. Amen. Arise, my brother. Your regular and punctual attendance at all your meetings is particularly requested, and I have no doubt that you will faithfully execute the duty which you owe to your present appointment. Look well to the south. Very worshipful master of ceremony, you will now present the secretary-elect.
Worshipful Master, it's my pleasure to present to you Worshipful Ingram, who's been duly elected as secretary to serve this lodge in the ensuing Masonic Year.
Very worshipful sir, you have been elected secretary of this lodge and will now invest you with the badge of your office. Benz. Regretful secretary. In investing you with the official jewel of the pen, I am persuaded that they will make an endearing record, not only to your private and to your praise, but also to the welfare of the lodge. It is your duty to observe the will and pleasure of the worshipful master, to keep a faithful record of all things proper to be written. Transmit monthly a copy of the same to the Grand Lodge as required by our bylaws.
brethren and guests that came and celebrated with us tonight. Amen.
Right. Environmentally, we have District Deputy Grand Master would like to close this lodge. President Deacon, into the altar. Respected place. Will be generally promoted in proportion to the watchful care which you cherish the genuine principles of our institution. In short, by a diligent observance of the bylaws of your lodge, the Constitution of Masonry, and above all, the Holy Scripture, which are given as the rule and guide of your faith, you will be enabled to acquit yourself with the highest honor by our senior and junior warden. You are too well acquainted with the principle of Masonry to warn any distrust that you will be found wanting in the discharge of your respective duties. Rule of propriety and the laws of the institution to avoid exceeding the power with which they are entrusted. You are to generous disposition to envy their preferment. I therefore trust that you will have but one aim, to please one another and unite in the grand design of promoting happiness. Finally, my brethren, as this association has been formed and perfected, and so much anonymity and concord, so pure and unimpaired from generation to generation. Worshipful Master, it is the element that represents you the gavel. It is the element of power. In the hand of the master, it may be made an instrument of great good or greater evil. With it, the master governs his lodge, in the welfare and prosperity of your lodge. Master, behold your brethren. Brethren, behold your master. The brethren of Rising Sun Masonic Lodge number 141, under the direction of the very worshipful master of ceremony, form in procession and salute the worshipful master in due and public form. Very worshipful master of ceremony, you will now make the proclamation.
With the order of the most worshipful Grand Lodge freely accepted Masons of the Philippines, I do now proclaim that the officers of Rising Sun Masonic Lodge number 151 duly installed.
Good evening, right worshipful, brethren, friends, and family. As you all know that I'm not very much of a speaker. I'll make sure that, I did wrote a speech, but I'll cut it short. First of all, I would like to thank the Supreme Architect of the universe for bringing us here today. My lovely wife, Jo Marie, and my son, Jo Marie. who has been there from day one since I've knocked and sitting here as your master. I am humbled to stand here before you today to have honor and privilege to serve you as master of our lodge for this year. And I would like to give very Gwen, very EJ, very Dave, very worshipful Al, worshipful Don Zamora. They have been there since the day I've knocked. I recall knocking in 2014, and I didn't know anything about masonry. The first person I actually asked was a very worshipful Al. And the difference between Japan and Philippines. And there's no difference, right? We're all on the level as all brothers, no matter what jurisdiction you are from. We always, see ourselves on the level. As I continue on, my journey in Masonic, I was knocking in Rising Sun Lodge 151 for 2 years. I believe very worshipful Gwen was checking in, coming in, and he asked me, "How long have you been knocking?" I said, "Sir, I've been here for 2 years." He was like, "That's about right, for art, making sure." But he goes, "I got you." As soon as after that, I was initiated EA, and then I had problems. I went through life issue, but every single brother, not just Rising Sun Lodge 151, came up to me, talked to me. "Hey brother, how can we help?" Regardless, what mother lodge, what jurisdiction you're from, every brother here, everywhere you meet, will always assist and guide us to the right path. And I stick with that, and I continue on. Every single brother that I have met, or even a person who's interested, and I assisted, to ways we can help one another, and that's what we're here for, to assist one another, not just our brothers, also our families. That our families are the most important people that will be there for you. Even though our fraternity it is forever, or your family will always be by your side no matter where you are, when you are. I truly believe that, as for me, and I thank my wife. She's seen me throughout the night. What are you doing? Why are you talking to yourself? We all know what we're already doing, and from them. And as much as I can, I always try to provide that time. But and as soon as after that, I went through did the FC, and I was raised in the Master Mason. And every single degree that I went through, and I've traveled, all the brethren here assisted me in one way or another at any time, and I do truly appreciate that. And I'm a little nervous in a way, and also happy. There's that feelings that I have for every single brother in here that I have met worked and assisted in one way or another. And I thank for everyone for being here. I would like to just quote Most Worshipful Pimentel, harmony for one and all, the foundation of genuine Masonic fraternity. Let us aim to dedicate this Masonic term to being true and capable brothers among each other towards our family and our nations. And thank you for all the brethren and families and friends are here tonight. That's all I have. Thank you.
Worshipful Master, in behalf of the Grandmaster Jimmy D. Gibson, Grandmaster of the most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Japan, and the entire Grand Lodge officers of Japan, we convey our congratulations to you and the brethren of Rising Sun Lodge, Rising Sun Lodge number 151, and we wish you a very successful Masonic Year. Coupled with this is Rising Sun Lodge number 151 has been top somewhere in zone. But you guys are here. So when we need your help here in Yokosuka 20, you always show up. Everyone shows up. And that, we thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Before everybody else worshipful, I would like to convey a message from our Grand Master, Most Worshipful Pimentel. Brethren and distinguished guests, a pleasant greeting to all. As the incumbent Grand Master in the jurisdiction of the Philippines, it gives me great pleasure to have
Worshipful Brother Frank.
And Grand Lodge of Pre and Second Mason of the Philippines. This certified a worshipful brother, Frank Corral, as a past master of Pre and Second Masons, having held the office of Master of Rising Sun Masonic Lodge number 151, according to the registry of this Grand Lodge during the year 2022. And that, as such, his name is duly registered in this Grand Lodge. In testimony whereof we have been realized that our names are fixed and still. Grand Lodge is 4th day of January 2023 in City of Manila. Most Worshipful Danny Angeles, Grand Secretary, and Most Worshipful John Pimentel, Grand Master.
I was in the committee in which they gave me the approval to become a Mason. But I would like to present to you the Mason of the Year for 2022. Thank you so much for all your service and for taking care of the lodge while I was gone.
to give the flowers to our my lovely wife, Jo Marie, and also the rest of the sis. Please approach the podium.
The husband going, take a They going, take you.
I know they're gonna take care of it. They're gonna go. I'm gonna escort you. For the white?
If you need to go for your flower.
No, they'll escort. There you go.
There you go.
Bring it.
All right. All right.
I gotta get my steps
Very worshipful DJ, Masonic officer, I would like to, you can please, that's a black. Thank you.
Picture.
Okay.
Dinner will be served at 19:30.
That would be me, right?
Worshipful Brother Jojo. Oldest and youngest.
Oldest and youngest.
Oldest rising sun. You're in the middle. You can be in the middle. Youngest. The youngest Master Mason. There you go. I got his epic right here. Right.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Like you never stop. Can you bring it to the top? One hop. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all.